Welcome back to Claire's Clarity. As you can see, my messy dining room table behind me. It is a beautiful day out, but I wanted to play with the tarot cards. It needs a good shuffling. I have yet to shuffle these cards out. Also, I feel like I should have wiped my dining table counter a little bit better. This isn't my dining table, it's just the kitchen counter. Going to shuffle up our cards and do all signs, the good stuff, coming to you in August 2026. I have to remember to start time stamping. I think that's also a turnoff when you just start going through videos too fast and you don't know exactly where because I don't put a banner. And I am just as old. I remember when you used to have to annotate your YouTube video after you uploaded it, there was a section where you can actually go back to a specific timestamp and upload like a little like comment pop-up or something. That was so like 2010. Okay, let's shuffle these cards because we're doing all the way from Aries to Pisces. What can you tell me? Whether this is love, money, career, just anything that could come out for next month. I want to be aware of it, and I think my viewers would love to know about it too. I tell you sometimes that I go way too fast in my videos. And I have to remember, like, I'm not being chased by anybody. I can just take my very sweet time. It's the weekday, or not the weekday, it's the weekend. So I'm able to actually film during like a nice, bright, sunny afternoon and not be cooped up with other obligations and responsibilities. So I feel like I could slowly start coming out. I don't want to like dox myself because I'm very much on the internet until I clean myself up. But in the meanwhile, we're going to do our tarot. I love tarot reading. I think it's so spiritual and in tune with our metaphysical minds that God wants us to have our fate, wants us to have our free will, and would love to give you proper advice. Oopsies, there's a card jumping out. To give you the best information. I'm just going to stick that card right back in. All right, let's cut it, twist it. All right, that's going to be Aries, okay? What can you tell me for Aries in the month of August 2026? We are doing a 236 timestamp. Let me write this down because if I don't write it down, it's not going to happen. But also, I'm going to film this whole thing, and the audio is going to be so garbage. Just you wait. Okay, Aries, we're time stamping you. I said 236, but now I'm talking. Let's just say 3. 3 minutes in, Aries, okay? Aries, what can you tell me in August 2026? What's going on for this person? We have the 9 of Wands reversed. So inner resources, struggle, overwhelmed, on edge, defensive, paranoia, exhaustion, fatigue, or lack of motivation. How come? What is this? Tell me more. It's also the 8 of Swords reversed, and it's because there's some type of self-limiting belief. Inner critic, releasing negative thoughts, open to new perspective, self-acceptance, and freedom. Okay, Aries, let's match these two, okay? Because I'm asking what's going on in August 2026. I'm getting inner resources, struggles, overwhelm, blah, blah, blah. And it's because you're self-limiting. You're really criticizing yourself next month. Is this work or relationship that it's criticizing you? Ooh, the Chariot reversed. It's yourself. It's definitely something yourself with work. It's a self-discipline, opposition, lack of direction, lack of control. So I don't think this is just your work or your love. This is just you going through the month of August. You're going through something, Aries. You have a lot of fatigue. You need to pick up that energy. It's telling me that you want to have freedom and self-acceptance, but you just feel like you're lacking your direction. Like you're not sure where to go next on that. And it's kind of putting you in a hard place because you're just being really insecure. Don't you hate that when like you're kind of going through a void and you end up like super pressurizing yourself, like highly critical, just because nothing else is going on? I think that's what this is. All right, let's shuffle this up. What about work? Tell me something about Aries work life, okay? If this is their general, oopsies, this is their general theme going on. Let's get something better for their work. Your work is telling me, you have the Nine of Cups upright, that you have a wish coming true with work, okay? You have a lot of gratitude and stability at work. So even though you're feeling a lot of insecurities next month, your work is grounding you, which is really great to hear because, like, you don't want to be put in a situation where your work is, like, making you feel like shit. What else is going on with your job? The Magician upright. So your wishes are coming true. You feel content and satisfied. That's because your work is giving you clarity. Your work is providing creativity and skills. And I think that's exactly what you need. Over here in your general read, it's telling me that you have this like lack of direction, lack of purpose, sense of self. And then all of a sudden, when you're finally, like a true Aries, being put to work and you're not stuck in that void and you're not stuck in your insecurity, you're having a really great time. I see yourself building up your power. Can you believe all the ice melted out of my juice cup? Okay, so we have your general, we have your work. Okay, so coming up in August, I tell you, you're going to feel a lot more powerful when you're busy. Look at my little tummy hanging out. I'm a little bit fatty. Just because my skin's popping. Maybe this isn't so flattering. I thought this was going to be a cute top. But now that I sit like this with the camera low, ooh, cover the belly. All right, Aries. You clearly have a wish coming true with your job. I think if there was some type of work you were looking forward to, project, promotion, goals, whatever, career's looking really good. Your work is doing well. You're getting your money. You're very happy. And that's totally pulling you out of the super hard place that you found yourself in. Again, I'm not rushing. I feel like I'm rushing. I'm always rushing my reads, and I just want to take it very slow. I tend to do that. I tend to go really fast when I have like lights, camera, action. But when I'm by myself, I'm so like quiet and I'm so slow. I'm very slow when I'm by myself. I take care of myself. I move at a very slow pace. Then all of a sudden, I'm doing something for somebody else and I'm mixing energies. Dude, my ass is on fire. I talk too fast. I don't think correctly. I can't do these like pauses in between my sentences. I sound like an asshole sometimes. I'm not trying to. This is just kind of my communication style. And as you get older, you work with it. Okay. So Aries, this is what I'm getting with your general, your work and your personal life. What about your love? Let's get some love messages in here. I need to start getting other decks of cards. I saw that some people have like literal love cards, and I like totally enjoy that. And I should be purchasing some fancy little love cards and doing some of my own little love readings. All right, let's shuffle up these cards and talk about Aries' love life. Because again, I'm not rushing. We have all the time. I can always just allocate like 10 minutes to each side. I don't have to be like, okay, oops, 3 minutes in. What am I going to say? All right. You've noticed that these decks are way too big for my little fucking hands, so we're going to have to just split this up. Much better. Okay, I think this is a nice little shuffle. Let's do Aries love. Cut it one more time. Aries love in August 2026. Ooh, Temperance. Temperance upright. You have the Page of Pentacles reversed, and one more just to get an answer. You have the Six of Swords reversed. So let's read this out. I like to just pull them now because if I'm not pulling them and I'm just kind of like doing it one at a time, I'm confusing myself because I'm trying to interpret each single story when clearly there's a whole story right here to be read. Ooh, did you hear that? My wind chime scared the heck out of me. Those are my laundry rack out there. And then I have some window clings. So it's very peaceful in my Claire's Clarity backyard right now. I'm very grateful. Very, very grateful. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So Aries in love, we have the Temperance upright. There's balance, there's harmony, there's moderation, patience, being sensible. You have purpose and finding meaning, okay? Your love looks good so far. What else can Aries tell me in August 2026? What's going on? So we have the Page of Pentacles reversed, which is telling me that even though Temperance is sharing that your love life has balance and harmony, there's something going on in August. There's not good communication going on with you and your person. There's some form of laziness and procrastination. Maybe you're going to learn from this. You're going to say, I don't want this out of my next person, or this person brings these bad, characteristics out of me, and it shouldn't be so greedy in a relationship. We should be very equal with each other. Overall, next month, you have the Six of Swords reversed, which is talking about that personal transition. You do have a resistance to change because you don't want to change what you're already comfortable with. But there is that unfinished business, and you have to learn to let it go and to move on because emotional baggage is just going to weigh you down. I think you have a good start to your love life in August coming up where you feel like there's purpose and there's meaning and you have love to give. But with that specific person in mind, you guys just aren't compatible. You can be really sexually attracted to somebody and just not have the personality to connect with them. And I think that's what's happening here. There's not going to be a commitment. There's some type of greedy, laziness, procrastination, whatever. But this person doesn't seem all that hot for you. And overall, you're going to have to let them go. It says that there's other unfinished baggage and business that they're dealing with or you might be going through. And right now, there's a personal transition. Unfortunately, you're very resistant to change and you're going to hate it the whole time. That's what I'm getting for Aries love life. So just stay harmonious. You stay balanced. God's just going to teach you a lesson and you will not get hurt by it. I think that, you can't have all of the good without some bad in your love life, Aries. That was your reading. We're going to go on to Taurus now. Taurus will start soon. I'm just going to shuffle it a couple times. And we'll split up the deck. All right, Tarot, tell me what is going on. Ooh, see my fat hands. Tell me what's going on for Taurus in the month of August 2026. I want to get some tarot reads for Taurus. Whatever comes out, just the good stuff, the good stuff, the good stuff, the good stuff. Whether it's, love, money, career. I just did that with Aries because I kind of wanted to get what was coming out of it. I was getting more of like interpersonal change with Aries the whole time. Even when I was forcing a love read, it just looked like they had some like personal development to go through. I think you're still going through something before you could find your true love. I think you just have to like unlock a few more challenges and then there's your reward. All right, Taurus, what can you tell me next month, August 2026? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. We're going to do the timestamp. Deck. I like reversing it because I can. And then I'm going to write it down for Taurus. We're starting at 14:30 on Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Let me sit upright because I tell you, that little like peak in my belly is not cute. It's just making me look chubby. And you guys can see I'm not that heavy to be chubby. Just because I have a little lip in my pale stomach here. If I shimmy the pants up any higher, they're going to go all the way up to my rib cage. Okay. So Taurus, let's do your reading. What's going on for Taurus? I'm just going to pull a few cards out and get a reading out of it. Taurus, we have the Two of Wands upright, the Ace of Swords reversed, and the Knight of Swords reversed. Something about planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, and travel plans are definitely on your mind next month. There's talking about confusion, brutality, chaos, inner clarity, rethinking an idea, clouded judgment. There's also the Knight of Swords reverse, where we're talking about something being restless, unfocused, burnt out, impulsive, no direction, unpredictable, and disregard for consequences. So let's try to make a story out of this Aries. Taurus. What is going on with you, Taurus? I think you have some plans in mind. You're always scheming up a story or some kind of project goal in your head. Whether it involves actually having to leave your house to do this, travel at a far distance to do this, you need to make a discovery to have your progress in these specific plans. I'm then seeing from the Ace of Swords being reversed that there's some type of confusion. There's a lot of rethinking and re-strategizing these plans because you really want to do it this one specific way, or maybe this one specific plan you have. And now you're going to have to adapt to how you're going to make it work. There could be so many different methods to get to what you want. You have a lot of clouded judgment here, and you're trying to reposition your thinking and say, what is the best position for me to be in right now? With the Knight of Swords reversed, I'm getting reckless and unfocused because of that, clouded judgment, that zero clarity, which is why you're at Claire's, is basically causing you to be so impulsive. When you're just like kind of manic and you're doing shit to try and get a feel and emotions and and you're just not in a comfortable, calm position right now. So you have a disregard for consequences. You plan for this specific project. You do understand there is consequences, but you really don't give a fuck so long as that you could get through to what you need to do. That's causing you a lot of chaos and anxiety. That's what I'm going to use the word. Ace of Swords reversed to me is a lot of anxiety. This is causing you problems. Whatever this is in August, this isn't a very smooth play, Taurus. You're trying to start something. You're trying to go through a new phase, a new chapter of discovery. And in the same time, it's just giving you a lot of confusion and anxiety. Thus, you're restless and burnt out because you really don't know what's the right direction, okay? What's the good stuff to Taurus? Like, stop telling me all this shit about their anxieties, and obviously this is all in their head, blah, blah, blah. Tell me some good stuff. What's going on for good stuff? Let's shuffle up the deck, and we're going to get some good things out of it. I don't know why we're getting all this, roughy-toughy zodiac shit for, ooh, look, Judgment keeps popping out. Oh my god, Judgy, you're so cute. Okay. Shuffle it once, and then we will pull it out. Because this is all the good stuff for Taurus. Just the good stuff. Because this is telling me you got anxiety over some plans you really want to do. Just the good stuff. Just the good stuff. Just the good stuff. All right. Taurus. Ace of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh. Pentacles is all about money, by the way. So. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, I love this. Okay. Some good stuff, Taurus. You have abundance, you have new career, new ventures, new prosperities, and I bet you that was probably what you're planning and discovering. You're trying to figure out what to manifest as a new opportunity for you. Now, the Knight of Pentacles reversed is saying that there's some type of self-discipline, boredom, feeling stuck. You're working without any rewards. And that totally matches this whole Ace of Swords thing where you were just like very confused because you feel stuck. This is definitely more of a work, personal, money read than this is love to me. I think that you're getting a lot of work done, but you don't feel like you're progressing anywhere. Lastly, let's wrap it all up. We have 10 of Pentacles. It's reversed. So overall, there's lack of stability, lack of resources, and it's the dark side of wealth. So I think you just feel like you have so much bills and not enough money to cover it. That's why you're so restless and impulsive and burnt out, because you're trying to cover something. You literally are trying to make money out of nothing. And then you're feeling very tired and restless because you're putting so much energy into working into something and you have no idea if you're going to reap those rewards, if you're going to even see a dollar at the end of it. Because you could just end up becoming less debt, but then you lose all your assets, or you have, no debt and then nothing else, and you just have to start all over again. Like you kind of just equaled yourself out in that playing field. All right, Taurus, that was quite a conundrum. This is about work. This is work and money. You're working to make more money and you're worried that the money isn't enough. I see financial success and abundance. I think whatever you're doing to work towards this money is actually a really great plan. It's a really great idea. And you can stress about it day or night. You can have all that anxiety. The cards tell me you're going to get money out of it. It's not like you're not going to get anything. But Taurus is very greedy, and they're the land of the riches, and they're the bulls. And they're very specific about what they wanted. And if they didn't get it in that very specific delivery, they don't want it at all. Fuck that. Return the package to sender, you know? So that's how I'm seeing. Okay, Gemini, we are moving on, but I feel like I gotta sneeze, so excuse me while I pause. I might end up having to do a 2-part video. I didn't realize how long this was going to take me. I thought I was going to have extra time. I need a couple hours, and I think by the time I finish, I might not be through all the zodiacs. I feel like I might just not be able to give them enough attention before I have to go and move on. Oh, my nose. All right, Gemini. The good stuff in Gemini, August 2026. What's coming up for you? I'm going to shuffle it one more time and cut it. The good stuff, Gemini, 2026, the August. I like doing 3 at a time because it helps me figure out what I need to read. All right, sorry, I'm just trying to read this and understand this a little better, and I think I do. I have a better clarity, Gemini. So August 2026, you have the Tower reversed, you have the 10 of Pentacles upright, and you have the 10 of Swords upright. The Tower card is sharing that you're going through a personal transformation next month, okay? You have fear of change, there's averting or delaying a disaster. You could be suffering. They say collapse, stormy time, restlessness. I wonder if this is more about you feeling sick than if this has to do with your personal life. So let's ask Tarot. Upright, sick, reversed, personal life. Ooh, it's personal life. I was taking it as maybe you were going through something with your health, but it's not health. It has to do with your personal life. This is saying that your personal life, with that whole fear of change and delays, a disaster and suffering, come from delays with lack of motivation, lack of energy, lack of passion, feeling weighed down and bored. So because you're being bored and weighed down, it's totally fucking with your mental head. I could totally see that. For a Gemini to not be mentally stimulated would cause the Tower to be reversed. You'd feel stormy, you'd have restlessness, and you'd feel suffering. Because again, you're getting weighed down and you're bored. You're bored next month. Oh no. What else is going on for you? Your wealth is really good. Your money's in great standing. You have a wonderful relationship with your family. There's long-term success. You're on a really great path, Gemini. You're contributing, however it is, to your family, to your personal self, to the economy, to friends and family. I mean, you have this love to give and you are giving to what you need. You're paying attention and everybody is equally divided. This is a wonderful card. You also are going through some type of painful ending. I think there was a betrayal or you lost something and it really like shook you up. It caused a bit of a crisis. You felt like a failure. You really just wanted to collapse and be defeated. You can't be defeated. Do not let yourself be defeated because this is going to trickle into the rest of your life. Your home life looks amazing. Your money looks amazing. That's fantastic, Gemini. But your true self here, your true self, stormy time, restlessness, suffering, some type of disaster. And it comes from your own lack of energy and your own lack of passion because you're being weighed down. And this is going to hurt you. This is going to cause some deep wounds next month. You're not going to have a good time. Overall, just keep focusing on your income. Don't spend too much. Put all of your love and attention to your family, and you're going to have a really great August. I think the rest is just your own personal development you have to go through. Go through your own ways of overcoming that energy and that motivation that's weighing you down so you don't feel bored and you can pick it back up. All right, give me one last read for Gemini. Let's just kind of, let me just whoop, whoop, whoop. Do this a couple times, and I'm just going to pull cards for Gemini. Last two things for the good stuff on Gemini. Justice upright, so you will get that clarity and equality. You'll finally see cause and effect. Maybe somewhere in your life you weren't getting that fair treatment, but you will feel fairly treated in August. You have something about the Nine of Swords reversed. So there is some deep-seated fears you're going to work through. There will be some secrets you're pondering, and you're going to have some inner turmoil. So you need to reach out to get over this. And this is your card, Gemini. So I think what I said to you is that it's your own personal being. Whatever this painful ending is, you lost something. It's basically because you have to release the worry. You have to start reaching out. You have to start talking, and a lot of it will melt away. It's mostly mental, but it feels so fucking physical, doesn't it? It's really sharp. Okay, Gemini, I hope that gave you some kind of information. I know that you could have been pondering on something that bothered you, and I just wanted to give you an answer. Or at least a free will of perspective to what you could choose if you didn't want to go the path you were walking on, right? You always have a way to take, many ways to take. This is Cancer. Did I even write down Gemini? I like how I just jumped into Gemini and I never wrote down the time slot. All right, well, it's going to be before that time. We'll see. Okay, Cancer. The good stuff to Cancer in August 2026. All the good stuff coming to you, Cancer. What can you tell me? August 2026. Good stuff, the good stuff, the good stuff for Cancer. Zodiac sign of Cancer. The good stuff, August 2026. All right, I'm going to cut the deck. And I will timestamp this. I don't know what Gemini was. I skipped that one. This one is 2910. Okay, Cancer, let's get to you. What's the good stuff to Cancer? Just going to pull out some cards to get some reading. Oh no, I love how I've been asking what the good stuff is, and instead it's just been kind of telling me like the real stuff. See, this is how I'm being challenged. How I'm being channeled to provide messages to you, Cancer. Okay? In August, you're going to have a passion project you're working on, but your energy is split to a lot of different places. And that's causing you to feel angry because there's so many delays. It's very frustrating. Now, you have some type of creative block because of these delays, and you tend to be a bit selfish and impatient. You're going to have to depend on other people, which isn't very fun. There's a lack of concentration causing you to be indecisive, a little overwhelmed. You're going to have some anxiety. There's talking about infidelity here too. So maybe you're just like really fucking horny and in tune with your body. And you're just like, oh my God, it won't stop throbbing. Figure out what you need to do to take care of yourself. Also in August, there is some type of lack of inner joy, inner happiness, materialism, dissatisfaction, indulgence. What can this cards tell me? How is this supposed to be good? Like all of this is just telling me anxiety. Like you have something you want to work on clearly, but you're stuck. You're delayed. Every time you want to work on it, something's holding you back, and so it's just making you go through creative blocks because you can't get to where you need to be. Why? The Judgment. The Judgment has been trying to come out all day long. Look at that little cutie. The Judgment is saying that it's happening because you are rebirthing yourself. You're going through a new phase. You have some type of awakening. You're forgiving people that wronged you. Having so much mercy and compassion is why there's delays. And it's why you're being a bit more selfish next month. You're going to have to start focusing on yourself. I think when you think about other people, it's harming you and it's not getting you to where you need to be. When you can focus on yourself, you can really like do that inner healing, that inner work, and you can just disintegrate all these bad things. So give me something good for Cancer. I feel like this is a bit rough. This is just like a rude, rough, little abrasive wake up call. What's the good stuff coming to them? Personal beliefs and freedom. You are going to basically have more generosity. I think you're going to be a bit more unconventional to get what you need. But I'm seeing that with blind faith, anything is possible, Cancer. You're just going to have to go through that inner healing, that inner deep awakening, clean out those toxic cycles, the bad patterns, and you can get somewhere further. It's talking about a passion project that you really want to get on. What is with this passion project? It's about rest and relaxation and retreat and renewal. You need to be completely isolated. You have solitude, you can work on this. And I think that's why you need to be so selfish. Because when you start collaborating with other people, it's just you're butting heads with each other. You're not getting anywhere where you need to be with each other. I think it's just super frustrating. And it's causing you delays and it's making you have to be very selfish and depend on other people. And it's not fun. This whole project was about relaxing, and instead you're feeling frustrated, Cancer. That's what's going on. But with this rebirth, this inner calling, your reckoning, your redemption, you're going to get through it. So what's the final good thing? Ooh. So, like I said, you need the alone time. 3 is a crowd. When you start bringing more people in on this project, it is going nowhere for you. You're going to end up just like partying and drinking and overindulging and, doing whatever you really like. That's your vice. Maybe you overshare stories and you talk too much and tell people too many things, or it's your casual drinking, drugging, smoking, fucking whatever, that blows your steam here. That's what's going to end up happening. That's the best good stuff news that I could tell you, is that you need to isolate yourself. You're going to focus on yourself, focus on your passion. And with all that calm relaxation, that Cancer energy will flip on over. I mean, we're wrapping up Cancer right now. We're sliding into Leo season. So I think that's what happened. I think your sun energy has finally hit a plateau and you are able to come to a standstill. And that's why you have all these roadblocks. And you're just going to start to have overindulgence because you're like, whatever, it's my time to party. It's summer. God bless me, it's summer. If you know the Jersey Shore reference, you can go on the one, carnival ride. It's okay. And take care of yourself, Cancer. I know you're a bit frustrated with the delays, but it's telling me that project that you're really interested on It's getting somewhere. It's talked about, it's being seen, and you're working on it. And I'm so proud of everything you do, Cancer. Okay, now we're going to Leo. Let me shuffle up these cards because I feel like I've been doing this a bit more and more. All right, I'm going to timestamp it. Or else it's not fun. Leo, we are at 36:11. All right, August 2026. What can you tell me for Leo? What's going on next month? It is their time to shine. Let's see what's going on with them. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Moon. Interesting. Okay. I try to share what the good stuff is, but really it's whatever the storyline ends up coming out to be for me to read to you. But it's telling me that next month you're going to have a bit of a lack of commitment. You're going to be a bit more greedy, lazy, procrastination, and you're going to have to learn from your failures. There is courage and confidence. You're very independent and focused. You always have joy and a zest for life. Whatever you do, you're determined. And you're releasing some type of fear. There's repressed emotions because of inner confusion. So we have to step back from the misinterpretations that we're seeing. There's a darkness, which is causing insecurities. So what's some more good stuff you could tell me about them? What's going on for Leos? You're worried about a financial loss. You think that you're being isolated, which is causing major insecurities, and you're really worried about your money. You think like maybe you're coming to an end of a project, a career, a job opportunity. Your worry has to do with your money. And then when your money is fucked with, it messes with your insecurities because it's all the what ifs and oh my gosh and my nest egg and It's saying to have courage because if you keep persisting, you're going to test faith. You have so much resilience. And being resilient means you need to have boundaries. You can't be walked all over when you're trying to get up and persevere and have so much pride. You have to be very stern. You need to have standards. And so you will. You're going to have the last stand, and you're always gearing up for the worst because of these insecurities. You're a bit weary next month, I'm seeing, but you have so much confidence. Like there's something going on. Like you're procrastinating, you're lazy, you're greedy because you're worried about your money. Your fear of insecurities are all coming from money. Can you tell me what's going on with their money read next month? Oops. All right, let's use these two cards that just spilled. This was already here. So these two cards spilt, and their money is saying because they're working on some type of long-term view hard work, and you're being very good at growing your money, nurturing it, and not spending it so fast. You don't want to spoil your income anymore. I think there was a time for Leos where they really enjoy luxury, and when they have money, it's really nice to go buy yourself something, and then you're stuck in this paycheck cycle. Even if you're paying yourself and you have a nest egg, you're still where you open your wallet and you're really worried about it. You're like, oh my gosh, I could be making money and it's not here. What's going on? I mean, my bills are paid, but there's some insecurities that are coming out. And I'm just seeing that you're prepared for the worst when you don't have to be. It says right now that you have so much abundance, so much nurturing and fertility and femininity. And you're going to be very well taken care of, Leo. I think that your insecurities definitely come just because it's your birthday energy. You get a little worked up and worried about your life, your plans, your goals, but I could see everything coming out exactly the way God intended it to be. Your faith has already been written, your destiny, and it looks really good. So you're being practical, being worried about money. And I totally understand that. That's something in this economy, you must be very aware of your checking account. Like, there's just no reason not to be at any age. But you're very aware of your money right now, the money status you have. And like, that was your biggest issue for next month is like, oh my gosh, my money, my money. But it says you have abundance and you're working really hard and you have sustainable results. If you want, you can invest, or if you feel more comfortable having a bit of like a cash to kind of release the anxiety. And once you feel comfortable with that cash, then you do something with it. But I think you need to just practice holding a dollar bill. Even if you gotta collect your quarters to make your dollar, hold cash and tell yourself you have it. You have money for food, you have whatever you need. Like, it's really hard because you can't pay off your emotions, but like, that's what you're emotionally insecure about right now is your resources. So if you just prove to yourself, like, give me a single fucking dollar, whether it's $5, $10, a $20 bill, and you like hold on to it, you put a magnet to the refrigerator and you wake up every day and you're like, this doesn't control me anymore, because you need to break the spell. I think you're very insecure about your money, and it's making you just worried about the future. And you shouldn't be, because money's already been attracted to you and it will continue coming to you. You had good money. So I hope you have a nice birthday, Leo. Okay, let's do Virgo. Just gonna shuffle this up before I timestamp it again. This gives me a break to catch my breath, because I feel like when I keep talking, I'm just like yapping too much. I'm putting all my energy and attention into Virgo, the good stuff, August 2026. Gonna shuffle and cut it and timestamp it. Do 43.40 for Virgo. All right, the good stuff coming to Virgo, August 2026. I like to just, do 3 cards, because anything more I start confusing myself. But I kind of like to see what's happening to you in August. This looks like a good movie. This is like a really good story to a movie right here. Let me explain what's happening to you, Virgo. In August, you're going to have a lot of good luck. Karma is finally on your side for all the brownie points you've been earning. Look, you can see my Swiffer in the... That's so funny. I was like, what's that purple stick? Oh, I saw. Okay, anyways, back to you, Virgo. You're going to finally have your brownie points redeemed. Your life cycle, your destiny, there's turning points, there's changes. Fate is coming. You know when like it's super stuck for months and months and months and like nothing's changing, and then that one weekend everything is just like your lives have changed forever. Like, that's what I'm getting out of this. I think you finally have fate knocking on your door because there were ups and downs, and this is something you're going to now experience. It's unpredictable with fate. You don't know what's going to happen. I feel like my clothes are going to go flying off the rack. LOL. Is that my foot? Look at my foot in the background. I'm just like my fat foot hanging out here. LOL. Now I got to hide my arm because you don't see my foot. Put me on Feet Finder. You got to pay for it. I need to sneeze. Like a tickle in my nose from my perfume. So I sound all nasally. Okay. Enough laying out on my chair. Look, I feel awkward because my feet. It's going to be comfortable for me. Excuse me. Didn't want to start screaming into the camera. Okay. So, in the beginning of August, you'll have, oops, that was upright. You're experiencing good luck, and I told you that karma's coming around, that fate is unpredictable, okay? So we're waiting on fate. We don't know what's going to happen here, Virgo, but I see something in the distance. Initially, you're going to feel so exhausted. You just want to give up because your confidence is so destroyed by how overwhelmed you are. And when you have that much like heightened senses and pressure on you, you just become very overly protective. And that's kind of happening in the middle of August. Finally, towards the end, I'm seeing you'll get your public recognition that you deserve. There is that progress you were looking for, and the self-confidence is back. So what is some other good stuff happening to Virgo? Give me some Virgo energy here. The Knight of Swords is saying you're very ambitious, you're action-oriented, and you're driven to succeed. There's fast thinking and defending beliefs, as well as going through a lot of your own inner anxieties. There's confusion, you feel a bit of brutality, chaos. You're looking for inner clarity. You're rethinking an idea because of the clouded judgments you're facing, okay? But like I said, by the end of August, you have that public recognition, and that whole time, you have destiny and karma right up your butt watching you. I think even though these three cards are obviously expressing that you're overworked, you're overwhelmed, you're anxious, you have anxiety, you just don't even know what to believe anymore. These two cards are coming together and saving the day and giving you a big fat kiss and saying that life's going to protect you and your destiny and your karma is going to watch over you. Right here, you have public recognition. Okay? You're finally being the victor. You no longer have that inner doubt. So, beginning of the month, karma and destiny. Middle of the month, hot mess. You're very worried about yourself. And then by the end of the month, you're going to have a really good time taking care of yourself because it's already turning into Virgo season. You'll be into your birthday energy and you'll get the appraisal and the love and that confidence. And most of all, the support you were looking for. So it looks really great, Virgo. What about your love or money? I feel like we didn't get a love or money message out of that. We just kind of got like your own personal, I don't know, your own personal issues, right? I'm gonna shuffle this once or twice and just get a quick little pull for love and money. Love and money. Ooh. Okay, Knight of Swords again. Your love is very ambitious. You're driven to succeed and you defend your beliefs with your love. You're very action-oriented with this person, okay? And you're fast thinking with them. You're not really delayed and waiting around. You already know. Now, your money is a bit delayed. And I think that was probably what's getting you stuck and messing with your confidence in the middle of the month is going to be your money. You're bored, you lack passion, you feel weighed down, there's not enough energy happening around your finances. But like I said, if you just tough it out to the end of the month, it really does a big 360. I'm sorry, 180. It turns around. It's 180, not 360. And you'll have your birthday love, your birthday support that you are looking for. Okay, Virgo? So it's going to be a very long August. But I tell you, destiny is watching you. Karma loves you. You're cashing in on those brownie points. Your good luck is taking care of you the whole time. Don't ever feel like you don't have that support. Okay, Virgo? Let's move on to Libra. What is the good stuff coming to Libra in August 2026? Good stuff coming to Libra 2026. All right. Take a quick second here. I think I might end up taking a break after Libra because I need to work on something else. I won't have enough time. Okay, let's just shuffle one more, cut it, and I will do the timestamp. As y'all can just start seeing my phone password. It's like boom, 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 boom. Okay. 50. Let's just do 52 exactly, Libra. Okay, what's going on? Libra in August 2026. Something about justice, fairness, the truth, clarity, equality, balance, cause and effect, law. I love that because this is the Libra card here, justice. So for you to be pulling that as your August energy, you are very much working on righting the wrongs, making sure everybody's equal and fair, and you know what I mean? So the Chariot upright is talking about some type of movement you're going through. You have progression, action, integration, determination, willpower, control, direction, departure, and courage. I love the Chariot card. Would you believe me if I said I had it tattooed? It's owned by Cancer, but it's a very meaningful card, okay? It's about willpower and it's about control. So I think that in your next month read, you're kind of going through some type of fairness, okay? You're opening your eyes and you're realizing what things were about, and now you're trying to control the situation to find the direction that you want to go to. And I love that because Libras are so indecisive in general that for you to already have it in your heart to know exactly what you want to do next, it's a calling. You're being called upon and you're actually answering the call, and you're saying, yeah, I have the courage and I have the willpower. I am ready. Now, towards the end of the month, you're going to use your intuition a lot, okay? There's something about sacred knowledge. This could be family, culture, spiritual, religion, some kind of sacred knowledge you know about. And you're going to start thinking a lot about it. It's talking about your subconscious. Your subconscious is really reaching out here. There's a divine femininity, and you're going to have to trust yourself, okay? Sensitivity, purity, high morals. I think in August, you're having a really good read about just moving forward. You're working hard, you're taking care of your dues. I don't see debts, but I just think like obligations, responsibilities, so that everything's just fair and equal. Is there anything specific you could tell me from Libra? Page of Swords. So Libra, you're going through some new ideas You have thirst for knowledge. You're looking at new ways to communicate because you are so restless with all this mental energy. I also see the Two of Cups reversed, talking about self love. You could be going through like a breakup or a broken communication situation. There was just distrust. And I think that's why you're working so hard on being fair again, because there was tension and imbalance, and you're just not about that. You very much need everybody to be justice, truthful, fair, balance, the scales. And you're worried about this breakup or this form of disharmony coming up. And as long as you use your higher morals, you remain pure. Don't worry about that restless mental energy because, like I said, the chariot's going to do the progression for you. You'll have the courage and you're going to have the direction and you will keep going forward. So, this looks like something's trying to hold you back. Absolutely not. You have it in your energy here, in your aura, that you will be provided for, supported, watched, pointed in the right direction. You have guidance, okay? And there's going to be some kind of disharmony that wants to shake it all up and distrust it. Don't believe in that. Don't let your restlessness or fucked up ways of talking and communicating ruin a really good thing you have. I love Tyler's tarot. He's like, don't fuck up a wet dream. Or I don't know how he says it, but that's literally how I'm seeing this here. It's like you can really be in a good position or you can fall down the rabbit hole and play a victim. That just isn't going to help anybody. But that's what I got for Libra. Wow. I have to take a break here because I have to get ready to go out for something. I did not think this was going to take me over an hour, but I'm kind of glad I'm like slowing down and doing my reads before I jump the gun. Because I think if I go way too fast, it's much easier to accidentally misinterpret. And I don't want to make an accidental misinterpretation. There are no mistakes, you know what I mean? Like everything's already free will played out for a reason. But I just think that in this situation, I'm happy to go much slower and to take my time. And I think it benefits the both of us because we both get a really good read out of what the cards are sharing. Because you saw me, I'm just whipping through, what are they, 78 cards here? And I'm getting any kind of read that I can get when I mush them together. And sometimes it makes absolutely no sense. And I'm just like, I don't even know if I can interpret that. And then other times I could keep pulling and I'm like, okay, well now it's getting very specific in a storyline that might not mean anything to you. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, my other halves, please wait for me. I know I have to go 8 through 12. I'm missing 4 of the major zodiacs. Well, they're all majors, but you know what I mean? I'm not missing out. I will get to you as soon as I am available. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you had a really good time because I always enjoy it. Until next time, keep out for part 2. Bye.